Poul's Kitchen to Chef Poul. With me today, Chef Amy.
Hi.
Today we're going to be making a little bit of a special meal, and this is going to be our breakfast fried rice. I'm not used to making this, so we're going to see how it turns out. I think it'll be alright. So I'm going to start off with half an onion. And I'm going to grab a spatula. We haven't put anything away yet because, well, we did dishes last night. So we let them dry. So I'm going to start that here, and then I'm going to grab a spoon. And we're going to put some...
Alejandro, get down.
We're going to put some ginger. Cats are a little wound up. So this is some ground garlic and some ground ginger. So we're going to let this cook down a little bit before we go too much further. Then I'm going to start making some sauce. This is going to be a little bit of an Asian-based meal, so of course you have to have the ginger and you have to have the garlic and onion, because apparently that's what they really like. So you would take a measuring bowl here, measuring cup I should say, and I'm going to start putting some sauce in here. I'm going to start off with some 1,000 Mile dressing, because we like that, don't we, Amy?
Yes.
I'm going to put in a little smoky sweet barbecue mustard. Now you can just use regular mustard if you like. I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of that in there. Some soy sauce. Now be careful, soy sauce. I know everybody likes it, but it is salty, and we do want enough in there, but just, you know, not something you want to be eating a lot of. And then we're going to be using some roasted sesame oil. Just a little bit. And I'm going to put some spice in here.
Pepper, you mean?
So we're going to put some ground black pepper. By the way, Walmart has the best 4 peppercorn blend. It's really tasty. And I'm going to use some barbecue sauce. This is for Mickey. You get this at Sobeys Superstore in Canada. I don't know what the Americans have. You may or may not have this. I don't know. But if you do, worth having. And this is a relatively new house, so forgive me for being a little slow in remembering where we put everything. I'm going to put some turmeric, which is really, really good. I'm going to put some tajin. Just to keep it simple, that's all we're putting in. Well, you know what? I'm going to put a little cinnamon in. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Now with the sauces, you don't have to use the dressing if you don't have it. Not a big deal. You can use regular mustard. Any barbecue sauce will do. This is what we like. Now if you buy some of the cheaper brands, they're not that great for you. There's a lot of sodium, and there's really not a whole lot of flavor to it at all. It's actually really garbage. So I would avoid it with all costs. Yes, it's cheap, but cheap does not always equal good. Alright, now, vegetables, I have some cabbage. I have about 1/4 of a head of cabbage. And then I have 1 carrot. So I'm going to chop this up, you know, relatively decently so this can go in the food processor. Makes it easier when you throw it in. Rice, because that's something you don't need to plug in, and I know I have the top of this somewhere. Have it somewhere. I know I do. I don't absolutely have to have the top for it to make it run, and I will use it without it if I have to, but
It's
Right
right
there.
there.
Okay, found it. There we go. It's first thing in the morning. Amy's usually in charge of breakfast. But Poul wanted to be the nice husband today and take care of literally everything for Amy today. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button, guys. It really means a lot to us when you guys give us that sort of attention. Why? Because, well, it really helps us out, and this helps someone out. And they can get a good meal out of it, and they can get a little healthier because of it. Then you know what? I've done my job. So hit that like, share, subscribe button, because you know what? One small click from you is a really huge thing for everybody else. I'm just gonna shove the cabbage in here. Cabbage is a really cool thing to have. Cabbage and rice really go well. Now while we're doing that, I'm gonna throw in some hot dogs. These aren't regular hot dogs. These are a little nicer brand, but hot dogs are not necessarily the best thing in the world, but you know what? I don't care. First thing in the morning, we like to have a little bit of that stuff. Only first thing in the morning, and there's really not a whole lot of sugar, just a little bit of salt, so we're just going to be careful with salt for us today. Alright, so these are carrots, just one carrot, believe it or not, rather a large one, so if you only have small, you might want to use 2. If you have other vegetables that you want to use, then you know what, you can add them in. These are mostly vegetables that we have that we need to get through now. If we don't, they're not going to stay well, so...
They're not going to stay good, you mean?
Yeah, they're not going to stay good, they're going to go bad. So, might as well use them and make sure that they don't go bad. Alright, so now we got one thing more to do. And that is eggs. Because, I mean, what's breakfast without eggs, right? So, I'm going to give this a little bit of a stir so it combines a little better. This one didn't grind so much, so I'm just going to take this out. If you overfill your food processor, it's not going to work well. It is what it is. I should have done, technically I probably should have done like more than one run on that, but I did 2, so I probably should have done 3. So I'm going to break the yolks here. And we're going to stir this up pretty good until it's all combined here.
Mixed.
It's first thing in the morning. Leave me alone. Don't pick on me. I'm only little. Hope I'm going to say this name right. Danielle, all the way in Indonesia. Thank you for your support. We love you and we hope you're having a great day. Hey, kitty, kitty, kitty. I hope you hear that. She has a mom cat and I believe 3 kittens. Very beautiful kittens. And if I'm saying that wrong, I'm sorry. It is first thing in the morning. It's 6:30. I'm not exactly awake yet. Amy usually handles breakfast because my sugars are usually a little not out there. Not much.
Low, you mean?
They're pretty low. And they are low today, but not nearly as bad as they normally are. We're going to mix this up here. think this will taste really good.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we only have a few things left to do here. Now, when you're dealing with hot rice from a rice cooker, now, the best thing to do here, believe it or not, if you have day-old rice that you haven't eaten, that you're not going to eat, you can put it in the fridge and you can do this the day after. It works perfectly fine.
But we didn't have any day-old rice.
Yeah, we didn't, so.
We had rice yesterday, but for other things.
And we used it. So.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this in here, mix this up really good. It's going to have a lot of proteins and veggies. Give me 1 second. Excuse me! It's early in the morning, the cats like to play a little bit, and I have a 19-year-old ragdoll who does not like to play. But my year-old kitten doesn't seem to understand that. Alright, so I've got half of a cucumber. We don't need to cook this down too much, so I'm putting this in towards the end. So give it a nice flavor to it. And now there's only 2 more things to do here. Lastly, well, not lastly, still have one more thing after that, but then we're going to put some cheese in here. This is Alejandro, guys. He's an absolutely beautiful, affectionate, friendly kitty. However, when he wants to play, he doesn't understand why a 19-year-old cat is not going to. He's funny that way. By the way, hey, Chef Josh, I hope you're having a good day. Please don't think we're not thinking of you. I hear your sister is quite the performer. One day I think we'll see her in the movies. We have a friend named Suntop. He produces movies. Maybe we'll see if we can weasel something and get you in there. I love you still. Alright, so gonna let that melt down just a little bit, not too terribly much. Now, if you go to the deli and you get really good cheese, you're gonna taste the difference because the blocks of cheese are not real cheese. Okay, so I'm gonna pour the sauce in here. We're almost done.
Yeah.
Didn't take very long. A little bit. It takes longer to prep food than it does to cook. It really does. But I think this is going to provide a really healthy, very filling breakfast.
Yeah.
You need your protein in the morning. You really honestly do, because it gets you ready to go so you can do whatever it is that you have to do in the day. I know Amy has a lot of things that she needs to do today. Like I'm gonna have her scour the floor with a toothbrush.
No.
She says no, but she's going to.
No.
Now, if you have sesame seeds, you can sprinkle those on top if you want. I'm not gonna bother. If you have green onion, you can sprinkle those on top for a garnish. Someone said that it's not Instagram worthy unless you do. I don't believe that. I believe the quality actually speaks for itself. How's this look, Amy?
Really good.
This is going to be an amazing breakfast. As far as I'm concerned, it's done. You can add other vegetables if you want. Making cooking great again is all about using what you have. I could have made Amy run out to the store to grab some mushrooms, but I decided it'd be nice today. You don't need to do that. This is fine. You just put this into a bowl.
And that's it.
That's it. Pass this. Really all you should need for breakfast. So please hit that like, share, subscribe button. It really means a lot to us. You mean a lot to us. Tanya, have a great day.